Welcome again to Exposing Deceptions of the Church. Stuff that gets thrown to you and you think it's gospel and it's not. It's just deception to throw you off course. Because if you're a Christian, I suppose your number one goal is to follow Jesus. Well, everything is Christianity is intended for you to take little detours off the path. Because that's why Jesus said, my path is narrow and few are on it. Because everybody gets off the path and they go onto the broad road. Like the broad way. That's why they call the broad way. Because people want to go on it. Broadway is large and lots of people go through it. Like the whole Billy Graham crusades. They go right up that Broadway. Because they can't fit. A Billy Graham crusade cannot fit on a narrow road. Can't. It's impossible. You can't put 40,000 people or 20,000 people on a narrow road. So, who or what is Christ? Christ. I'm sure you heard the term Christ. And I learned this from, what's his name? Bart Ehrman. Oh, I forgot his name. He's a professor of theology in one of the schools. But he starts off one of his classes and he says, who is Christ? And people raise their hand and says, Jesus. He's like, no, it's not. He's like, yeah, it's Jesus Christ. Well, Jesus Christ is not Jesus's last name. It's just something that was just by tradition assigned to him. But that's not Jesus's last name. So when you say Christ, you're not saying Jesus. That's what they had you thinking. That, oh, when I say Christ, that means Jesus. No. See, the word Christ, I'm here to expose it. Because the word Christ comes from Greek. Right here, like it says. Because Google comes to the rescue. Because studying Greek and all this garbage is hard. So Google just makes it very easy. So there's no more excuses for you not studying the Bible and everything that's in there and being on the right track and following Jesus. You have no more excuses. You could be studying this every day, an hour a day, easily. You put your TV away or your stuff, and you can study Jesus and find out if you're on the right way or the wrong way. Because most likely, if you go to church, you're most likely on the wrong way. So, Christ comes from the Greek word, I can't read it, it's all Greek to me. But they translate it says Christos, Christos, meaning anointed one. Anointed one. That's all that Christ means, anointed. And you might say, what does it mean anointed? What does it mean to anoint? Well, anointment has to do with pouring oil over your head most of the time. Yeah, just like it says, oil was poured on the head of Aaron and he dripped on his beard because he was anointed. Does it mean, like, if you say Antichrist, does it mean you're anti-Aaron? You see? So, next in line, let's see. So you say, well, Jesus was anointed by God, therefore Jesus Christ is really Christ. You know, so it's okay to call him Jesus Christ. Well, you can call whatever you want, okay? But here it is. This is an overview by Google. To the question is, when was Jesus anointed with oil? When did Jesus become Christ? So we know, because we don't know who or what is Christ, because it definitely is not the last name. And you can see yourself. That's what came up to me. Anointing at Bethany, according to John, blah, blah, blah. Mary of Bethany anointed Jesus' feet with expensive perfume. Okay, I guess the perfume is infused in oil, because they didn't have no spray bottles. 6 days before Passover. The anointing took place in the house of Lazarus, Bethany. Okay. Anointing in the house of Simon the leper. An unnamed woman anointed Jesus' head with fragrant oil after the triumphant entry 2 days before the Passover. Another one. Anointing on Holy Wednesday, according to Matthew, blah, blah, blah. Unnamed woman anointed Jesus. Wait, there's one more. Anointing in the northern regions, according to Luke chapter 7. An unnamed Luke chapter 7. This is very important. So you go read it, okay? There's no excuses. Even if you don't own a Bible, if you own a stupid phone, you can still go here and get it because it's all on that little freaking thing. Okay, so anointing in the northern regions according to Luke chapter 7, an unnamed sinful woman anointed Jesus. Do you see who anointed Jesus to be a Christ? Now, this might be not here nor there, but I want you to keep this in your cabeza, because if you keep it in your cabeza, there's more coming down the road. I got more for you, because the deception gets deeper by your church, and you bought it line, hook, and sinker. So I'm just here to show you the truth. Once you look at it, I really don't care what you do. You can be on your way. If you don't like Jesus, that's fine. Jesus doesn't want you. All this stuff is like, oh, Jesus saves you whether you like it or not, come as you are. That's all church crap, because they want you in church so you can give them your money. The more of you people go in there, just like a pyramid scheme, get them at the bottom, we take a bunch of little money. Instead, yeah, that's what they do. It's a pyramid scheme, and you're in it. That's what they're doing it. But if you really want to follow Jesus, then you will study and find out what Jesus wants you to do. Not Paul, not Peter, not John, not the Pope, not the bishop, or anyone else. So, because I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just pointing you to Jesus. I just want to make sure that you are looking at Jesus. I don't want you to follow me. I don't want to teach you nothing. I just want you to show Jesus, and if you like Jesus, go with it. If you don't like Jesus, hey, be on your way. Jesus never said that he's going to send you in the lake of fire. That's the stuff that comes from church. It's all scary crap. Look, Jesus says there's two kingdoms. The kingdom of heaven, which is here, and the kingdom of the world, which is here also. And you decide which one you want to go. If you want to go with Jesus, fine. But if you don't want to go with Jesus, you still have the kingdom of the world. Look at Katy Perry. She said it with her own mouth. I wanted to be like Amy Grant of the Christian singing genre. But I couldn't. I couldn't cut it. They wouldn't accept me or whatever. And she said, so I sold my soul to Satan. And therefore, Katy Perry is very successful. She is going to get blessed in this lifetime by Satan. And she's going to get blessed in the next lifetime by Satan. Yeah. And then the lifetime after that, if she keeps faith to her Satan, she will get blessed every lifetime. So, the same with you. If you want to be with Jesus, you can just be with Jesus and do Jesus stuff. But if you don't, you're not going to hell. There is no hell. That's a scare tactic. And that's why Jesus said, fear not, because there's no such thing as hell. You're not going to hell. You just serve Satan. You're actually serving Satan now without knowing. I'm telling you, just know. Because if you're going to be serving Satan, why would you want to be at the back of the bus? Okay? Go with Katy Perry at the front of the bus. Say, okay, Satan, my money's on you. Let's do it. Do you like hospitals? That's Satan. Do you like cars? That's Satan. Do you like Walmart in the produce section? That's Satan. Do you know what Jesus is? Jesus says, go eat the fruits of the trees from the trees. That's what Jesus is. That's the difference. Anyways, goodbye.